This is Antarctica, which has remained out of human reach for centuries and has been a huge mystery for them. Whether it's the blood waterfalls, mysterious animals, underground lakes, or cities buried under ice, there are many myths and mysteries about Antarctica that still haven't been solved. Antarctica is the only continent in the world where no humans live because the temperature here drops to -90 degrees Celsius. Along with that, snowstorms also come with speeds of 300 kilometers per hour. Antarctica is also the driest continent in the world, so dry that you might be surprised to know that it is even called a desert, as there is only 51 millimeters of rainfall here. Despite all of this, for the last several hundred years, many countries have been trying to gain control over Antarctica. Look at this map of Antarctica. France claims this part, Norway claims this part, Australia claims the entire right side, and similarly, Britain, Chile, Argentina, and New Zealand also claim some parts of Antarctica. But why is this? What is there beneath these layers of ice that the world's superpowers want control over? Today, we are going to solve some of Antarctica's mysteries and also investigate who really discovered Antarctica. Finally, we will also explore the secrets hidden under this ice, which the world's superpowers know about, and that's why they want control over Antarctica. Who discovered Antarctica? It depends on who you ask. The British say that they discovered Antarctica, while the Russians claim that they were the first to set foot here. However, the Greek philosopher Aristotle mentioned Antarctica thousands of years ago when he said that the Earth is round and the North and South poles are mirror images of each other. In 2021, a study by the Royal Society of New Zealand was published, which suggested that the Maori people, who lived on the Polynesian islands near Australia, might have been the first humans to reach Antarctica in the 7th century, because their ancient stories mention a frozen continent on the southern side of the Earth. However, in recorded history, British officer James Cook was the first European to cross the Antarctic Circle and get close to Antarctica. But just 130 kilometers from Antarctica, he turned his ship back because while he didn't see Antarctica, he did see floating icebergs. The sea conditions were so harsh that sailing further ahead was too dangerous. Therefore, James Cook said that reaching this southern continent was so dangerous that it was unlikely anyone would ever make it here. After Captain Cook, many others attempted to discover Antarctica, but they were unsuccessful. Then in the 19th century, a competition for economic dominance began among countries. The world was heading toward a new world order. Resources and new trade routes were being discovered. Industries were emerging, and every country wanted to be a superpower in the coming century, which is why exploration was on the rise. In this situation, in 1819, the Russian Empire tasked Russian explorer Fabian von Bellingshausen with sailing around the world and discovering new countries and continents. In 1820, Fabian proved Captain Cook's prediction wrong and reached Antarctica by crossing the Southern Ocean, getting very close to the continent. Though he did not set foot on Antarctica, he is considered the first person in modern history to have seen Antarctica. From 1900 to 1920, many explorers made attempts to reach Antarctica. British explorer Robert Falcon Scott landed in Antarctica with his team in 1911 and went about 400 miles ahead, but due to bad weather and hunger, he had to turn back. However, this return journey proved to be disastrous as Scott and his team got stuck in severe cold and snowstorms, and all of them died. After World War I, many countries sent teams to Antarctica to try and claim it. In 1939, on Hitler's orders, the German Air Force dropped Nazi flags there to mark the area as under Nazi Germany's control. After World War II, many countries set up research stations in Antarctica, and this is when mysterious discoveries about Antarctica started to surface. The first and biggest mysterious discovery was that Antarctica was once not covered in ice but had dense forests. According to scientists from Imperial College London, they found fossilized wood here, indicating that about 90 million years ago, Antarctica was a warm continent with dense forests. Additionally, they also found the fossils of insects that are typically found in warm regions. The second major and mysterious discovery about Antarctica is that beneath the 3-kilometer thick ice, there are 400 lakes with their own ecosystems. There are sea creatures there that are not found anywhere else in the world, such as large spiders and see-through jellyfish. This is a whole different world beneath the ice. Another thing that kept many explorers puzzled for years is the bloody waterfalls in McMurdo Valley. These waterfalls look like blood is flowing from the ice, but recently scientists discovered that the red color of the waterfall is because the water comes from a very salty lake, which has been covered with hundreds of feet of ice. The lake is completely cut off from the atmosphere, and the water contains a lot of iron. When the water flows through the waterfall, the iron oxidizes due to oxygen and sunlight, giving it a rust-like color. The third biggest mystery and conspiracy about Antarctica is that there might be an ancient civilization beneath the ice. Many people have claimed to have seen alien spaceships there. In 2016, several unusual activities were recorded in Antarctica. While conspiracy theorists call them alien UFOs, many political experts believe these are secret air operations being conducted by the US and other countries in Antarctica. This brings us to the hidden political front of Antarctica, something that very few people are aware of. While the rest of the world is entangled in other geopolitical issues, the US, China, and the Soviet Union have been sending aggressive expeditions to Antarctica. In fact, China has set up multiple research stations there. According to the 1969 Antarctic Treaty, any country can conduct scientific investigations in Antarctica as long as they share the results with all countries. In 1992, a survey by the US Geological Department revealed that Antarctica contains reserves of 500 billion barrels of natural gas and oil. However, China and other countries are not interested in this oil and gas. Instead, recently, large quantities of rare earth minerals such as osmium, praseodymium, and dysprosium have been discovered in Antarctica. These minerals are used in all electronic devices, and since the world's focus is now shifting from oil and gas to energy resources that power electronic devices, the demand for these minerals is higher than oil and gas. Electric cars and ion batteries are the future, and the race to control the future has brought these superpowers into the ice and storms of Antarctica. The final mysterious discovery of Antarctica is the Southern Ocean. Among the world's most dangerous seas, the Southern Ocean is one of the most important because it controls the climate and water supply of our world. It connects with both the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. According to scientists, the Southern Ocean absorbs 15% of the world's carbon emissions, and with global warming, its importance is increasing because the ice here is melting, and many treasures are now coming to the surface. Oceans that humans once never thought about are soon going to become important trade routes. Studies on Antarctica are still ongoing, and who knows what other mysterious things will be discovered about Antarctica in the future. These are the sources we consulted for this video. If you like topics like these, please let us know in the comments below. We'll meet in the next video with another interesting topic. Take care.